Hello everyone, welcome to the show. And on today's episode of the show, I'm going to be talking about a popular female Lagos-based real estate developer in the name of Dr. Ololade V Abuta. And Gracias has been in the game for, I think, close to a decade, if I'm not mistaken. And my favorite thing about this lady is the fact that her Instagram is the place of truth. You know, if you compare her with the likes of people like Wale that have a bit of a mystery persona with his monochrome black and white and very few posts, you know, I think it's a breath of fresh air for developers and people that are doing well in business to have an accessible side. I mean, if not for anything, they give us content. So today, I'm going to be talking about her and her failed real estate project. You know, I think is very, very important for transparency. And if you are a frequent subscriber or you watch my videos frequently, I always advocate for transparency in this industry because it helps everybody. It helps the developer, it helps stakeholders, so we manage expectations. And she talked about, you know, a failed development in Ibeju Lekki axis called Gracias Lakeside. I'm just going to read what she put on her Instagram. In fact, this is a pinned post on her page, and she goes, "When I say real estate business is tough in Nigeria, the video on the next slide, you know, you'll be seeing the video now, is one of the examples. Flashback to several years ago. That was supposed to be a marketing video on a land we acquired, but we couldn't use it, so it didn't make it to the market. This is one of the several lands we would invest hundreds of millions on and end up with wahala." So before I even did this video and I went back to check, I just thought this was maybe an isolated event. But she's basically saying that they have so many pieces of property that they acquired for hundreds of millions, running into millions, and it ended up, you know, having issues and they just had to back out. And so, like, you know, real estate game is high risk in Lagos, high risk, high reward. And she's not the only one that said this. Nola Adetola, which is the MD CEO of Veritasi, in his interview with Stephen Nduku, he said that sometimes when you try to save money, you don't do your due diligence or you don't do what you're supposed to do, and then you go into your project and you realize that you end up spending more than you were trying to save plus what you've already lost. But the reason I'm doing this video is for you to see the lessons that you can learn from what they did, you know, from what she shared and what she did not share, what I can deduce because of my experience in the industry. So the first thing that you have to notice here is that this is Ibeju Lekki. Ibeju Lekki is a very dangerous place if you are not buying a gazetted or a C of O land. And so there has been a lot of government interest there. And in fact, in this case, she was actually played by the Omonile guys. In fact, let me read her caption. She said, 4 years ago, Gracias Lakeside didn't even make it to the market too, out of numerous of its kind. My fellow real estate developers, we never abscond. Abeg, collect hugs from me. Kudos, both male and female, where they do this business. Now, man, where we be, most people that absconded self didn't do it to scam. Now, gbese finish them. On the other hand, most clients are aware of the hassles. They are patronizing real estate developers to buy security, and the responsibilities to us. God no go shame us, so especially us we no fit abscond due to popularity and guilty conscience. Just had to think aloud because head won't blow. So, you know, first of all, like she rightly said, it's always best to put the responsibility for whatever you are buying on the developer, and that's why they are charging you a premium. When they charge you documentation, they charge you development, and they charge you, you know, such marked up prices. The whole issues that can arise, Omonile issues, government issues, many companies, including Gracias, have had to bring a product in the market, advertise it, even go as far as even allocate and have to take people to another one because that ended up having issues. So late last year, middle of last year, I was working with a developer and I started offering clients the ability for them to sponsor, work with these Omonile guys. And I realized that, it's not something that everybody can do. So if you have the money, you just give a reputable developer that even anything goes wrong, that they are able to cut the losses and give you what they have agreed to give you. When you buy a land that already has a global CFO, you need to have a governor's consent on that land, because if you don't have a governor's consent on that land, especially if you did not purchase the whole land, that person can sell your portion again. So there are just several issues and several scams that are in this. We have been hoping that the government, Lagos State government, can even make it more transparent, introducing electronic application for CFOs, just something to make it, because there's a lot of risk. But if you do it right, then there's so much benefit. So my key takeaway here is the fact that let more developers actually share their stories. Many people share, only the good parts. So many people are just so mysterious. In fact, when they have delivery issues, they don't even come out and explain. I know clients are incensed, but sometimes just coming out to explain and putting this human front, it really allays heart. And that's why lots of realtors, it doesn't matter what Gracias decides to sell, lots of realtors are so comfortable. She has this emotional appeal to a lot of them because of the openness, so to speak. And then the second thing, buy from a reputable developer. Buy from a developer that has a track record. In case anything goes wrong, you can secure your land and they'll deliver. Either give you your money back or give you another location that's there. And also avoid very, very useless, so to speak, cheap titled lands in Ibeju Lekki, because honestly, if you're not buying a gbese or a CFO in Ibeju Lekki, you'll probably have to buy that land again if you don't even altogether lose it. So those are my key takeaways from Gracias and their failed Ibeju Lekki Lakeside project. Thank you for sharing, Dr. Ololade. And if you're interested in getting more information about property acquisition here in Lagos, if you want to buy and you want to find out more information about projects that can fit into your budget, contact us to get you started on your journey. This is the Ownahome TV show. We believe that owning a home, owning a property should not make you lose sleep. So we are committed to give you the very best property recommendations and insider real estate gist. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, kindly share, kindly subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.